What is going on, everybody? Breiden Fehoko here, back NFL Week 5. I just want to apologize. I have not been on the best on time with the content. I promise you I will get to it. I am working on it as we speak. There will be more uploads coming later on throughout the week. Matchups, power rankings, my top quarterback list, everything I like. I'll get into it. I promise you I won't leave you guys out of the loop. What this video is for, and this message, is strictly for my alumni, Louisiana State University. It's a tough time. When I watch LSU, I see a team with no identity. I see a team that doesn't have the culture instilled. I don't know if they want to be a spread team offensively. I don't know if I see like a physical smash mouth team that's going to hit you. It's just a lot of confusion right now around the program. And watching as an alumni, somebody who's seen the highs and the lows. I mean, I've won a national championship. I've lost to Troy. It's very hard for me to sit back and say, well, LSU's 4-1. Their only losses to Ole Miss. It's not okay. If you're a true LSU fan, you really feel like our season's done for, right? Because if you look at the schedule, there's South Carolina, Vanderbilt, A&M, Alabama, Oklahoma. And if I'm being realistic, I mean, they play Arkansas and Western Kentucky. If I'm being realistic, like, how many wins? Because to me, I see 7-5, maybe 8-4. And you may be sitting here saying, Breiden, LSU's 4-1, man. You're panicking. It's only 5 games into the college season. Well, the signs have been there. One, it's football malpractice to trot this kid out there if you knew he had an oblique injury in fall camp. I've seen reports. Everybody told me in the beginning of the season when LSU was only putting up 23 points against La Tech, 20 points against Florida when DJ Lagway threw 5 picks at home, you should rout Florida if he throws you 5 picks. You should have at least 50 points on the board, right? But everybody's saying, hey, Breiden, Nuss has been hurt. He's not 100%. He's not who he was. Well, whose fault is that, right? If you're hurt, if you're not 100%, a good coach told me, don't play. Get out. You're hurting the team, right? Now, whether it's Brian Kelly's fault, whether it's the training staff's fault, or whether it's Garrett Nussmeier's fault for saying he wants to play, somebody needs to hold the blame here because LSU's sitting at 4-1, and to me, their season's over with. 12-team playoff, I don't see LSU as one of the 2, maybe 3 teams in the SEC that could go compete right now for the playoff. I don't want to put them in. One, they don't have an offense. And for the very first time in a long time, LSU has a really stout defense under Blake Baker. Like, that defense is certified. There's some studs on that defense that will play in the next level. But, man, there's so much inconsistency. When LSU had the number 1 offense, I mean, Matt House, that defense was atrocious. Like, the product I'm seeing year after year, there's inconsistency. It's one year it's a great offense, it's a shitty defense. One year it's a great defense, it's a shitty offense. There's just no type of consistency. And it goes back to my main point. When I watch LSU, there's no culture being instilled, right? When I played at LSU, 2017, 2018, we didn't have the flashiest offense in the world. We didn't have the best defense. But I'll tell you what, when we played teams, guys were going to get carried out in a stretcher. They knew they were going to be in for a battle when they came down to Death Valley. Whether it was Florida, we played them, stopped them on the goal line. Whether it was Auburn with field goals and a punt return with DJ Chark, it didn't matter. We were always going to be in games, and that was playing complimentary football to us. We knew we weren't the most talented team, but it's so painful as an alumni, as somebody who's been there, poured their blood, sweat, and tears into the purple of gold. I just don't know what to do. You're paying our head coach $10 million a year. And at this point, the way he's coaching, the way the press conferences are going, I'm thinking he's fine with being bought out. Shit, we have enough NFLSU money, but that's the problem now. It's like, well, where do we go next? One of the biggest issues I feel like is when the new staff came in, the new regime took over LSU, and I have no problem with them because there's still a lot of people there in that building that I love, hold close to my heart, taking care of me, taking care of my family during my time in Baton Rouge. But if there's just a change in culture now. When I played at LSU, there was always the old guys that came back to work out. Beck, Duke Riley, Tre'Davious White, Minter, Shepard even came back. Godshaw, Lewis Neal, Lockature, all these guys, Jamal Adams, Leonard Fournette, all these guys would come back in the offseason. They were training with us in the summer, right? This was the culture. We would do 7-on-7, 1-on-1, football skill drills, not training camp, but, hot training sessions in the summer afternoon that was player-led, and these NFL guys were there. Like, that was the culture. They were always around. In the weight room with Tommy Moffitt, they were always around. Now, whether it was 2021, Kelly's first year there, I won't say any names, but a couple NFL guys went back to work out, and they were kind of escorted out of that building. Or, quote-unquote, you can't work out while the guys are in here working out. And now those guys go on to train somewhere else in the offseason. Like, none of the guys who play in the NFL want to go back to LSU and train. And that's not what I'm here to say. That's not the main reason why the LSU team is losing games, because the NFL guys aren't back there training like they were in the 2010 to 2016 17s. Like that's not the reason why. But the culture is so different. Like people look at LSU on the schedule now and it's just like, that's a win for us. You know what I mean? Like I wasn't the best player. I wasn't an All-American. But I guarantee when people circled LSU on the schedule, people knew that shit. This is going to be a dogfight. When we went to Auburn, played Auburn, beat Auburn, walk-off field goal, Cole Tracy, like we were in games because we were physical. Like we just fought offensively. Even if shit wasn't going, we just fought. It's hard for me to watch it, man. I don't know what needs to happen. And I just think it's malpractice that if you knew your quarterback was hurt since fall camp, for you to trot him out there and play him is just ridiculous. It's utter bullshit. I mean, the head coach gets paid $10 million. His staff, he pulls in all these recruits. He has money to spend now on recruits legally. Now, there's big boosters in Baton Rouge funding this. There's big money now. Don't get it twisted. But when the playing field is leveled and matched, what are your coaching skills? I don't want to make excuses that the quarterback's hurt. As a coach, you should have saw that. You should have saw that we only put 23 points against La Tech, 20 against Florida. But all I saw in the press was nobody wants to ask about our defense tonight. Nobody wants to ask about how we didn't punt the ball tonight. Like, all right, you can only throw sugar on shit for so long. It's still going to smell like shit. But man, it's tough watching LSU. I just had to get this off my chest. Because I remember when I was there and we lost to Troy, boy, we heard it. We heard it from the older guys. Man, we heard it. Duke Riley came and ripped us a new one. Jarvis came back. Michael Carter, like all these guys came back, man. And it wasn't no friend to friend like, hey, what's up, bro? Like it was some real stuff. And I'm trying to be really PG on this video. But there's a culture problem at LSU right now. And whether it comes from the coaching staff, whether it comes from the player, and it's not player-led, something's got to change. Because we're sitting right here with LSU being 4-1. And if you're a real LSU fan, our season feels like it's over with. If you've really been watching. So I don't know what it is. I'm looking at the schedule. I see Vanderbilt. I see South Carolina, A&M, Alabama, and Oklahoma as all losses for us. I hope they prove me wrong. I hope someone clips this video one day after the season when LSU's playing in the SEC championship and says, God damn, Breiden Fehoko, you don't know football. Shut your effing mouth up. I hope somebody does that. But man, until then, something's got to change. And I hope it comes quick. Because boy, they got Ed Orgeron out of there for less. Y'all tell me.